Good morning to you all, good afternoon and good night. It is a fantastically hot day, so I've had to escape the heat of the sun and come indoors. I've been out, I'm afraid. I've been shopping and it's not often you can say that you go to the shops and you find stamps for sale. But that's what's happened to me today. So yes, I'm in heaven. Here we are. Yes. Were they in a shop? Actually not. They were in a charity shop. Does that count? I'm not quite sure it does. But nonetheless, I've had a bit of a find. So rather than just leave them there, I thought I would actually put some money, put my hand in my pocket, pay some money, get some stamps. So I've got 2 packs, £2.50 for one, £4.49 for 2. And it's not the first time I've bought from there. Am I going to get value for money? I don't know. We'll have a look. We'll have a see. But if every stamp is worth a penny, then I don't know. We'll have a look. We'll see what we can get, and at the end I'll tell you if I think it's value. Well, if there's indeed any value, so just hold on for a little minute. We'll get these. Ooh, wow. We've got a lot out. So maybe we'll just go through one bag. I think we get the idea of what's going on. So let's have a little look what we've got. First of all, US stamp, I have not got that. So I'm expecting to find stamps that I haven't got because it's from a completely independent source. Completely different source. That's a nice US stamp that I can use. And I can also use this one, an Isle of Man stamp, which I have not got. So is it the value of the stamp or value of the stamp in the collection? That is the question, isn't it? Here we have Chairman Mao. I'll put that to one side. I don't really want to do anything. This is a GB stamp. Ralph Vaughan Williams, GB. Don't think I've got that. Washington, I've got a number of those. I'm starting to do a Washington collection now. That's pretty interesting. I don't know where that is. Could be Iran, Persia. Could be. Don't know. Christmas stamps. We'll put those to one side. Here's a Red Robin. Love that. Alan Wilson, age 9. Think I have it. Not sure. And another snowman. So that's quite nice. So there's a mixture here of worldwide and GB. I think I have that, but we'll keep it to one side. Yeah, so there's the ones on paper seem to be UK. So we shift them quickly. Yeah, another one here, pound one. Yeah, let's mix it up a bit and just try maybe get something a little bit more interesting. Nigeria on paper. LGB. Canada. Bermuda on paper. Again, this could be the Persia one. USA I've got. So nothing really special is standing out at the minute for my £2.50. I suppose if anything it's unusual to find any stamps. So as long as it's not painfully expensive, for the sake of a couple of quid, you may as well possibly take them home. Romania, otherwise known as Romania. UK, Isle of Man. That actually is one we need. More Christmas. Canada. I think I had this the other day. I can even pick it up. Sudan. Well, no, Syrian Arab Republics of Syria. I don't think it was Syria. Wow, CCCP. That's quite nice. I'll leave that out. Philippines, I've got. UK, is this a UK? No, España, keep that out. This is an interesting sporty stamp. The World Cup UK stamp. From 1999. So that's quite nice. Rincewind from the Terry Pratchett series of books. The Station. So we've got modern ones here. No Christmas. Yeah. So there's nothing, actually, I'm pretty disappointed that there's not more overseas. Ulster. Not sure I've got Ulster stamp. Well, Ulster paintings anyway. And another one of these stamps here. Yeah, these seem to be mostly UK and not really what I would normally want to, I certainly won't be buying these off eBay, for example, but, maybe to help charity. Monaco, I need that. And I need another Monaco. More or less disappointed in what I've got. Even the overseas ones are not too fantastic. Syria, though. I mean, none of them are worth anything, but, even for my collection, they're a tad disappointed, but I'm not complaining. It's actually nice to see stamp, and I did thank the charity shop for having them out for sale, and hopefully continue to do more with regards to stamps. But please bring some goodies out. What's this here? US flag. I've got that, yeah. It is something else. So, really, what I may do with this is make this an individual collection, maybe date the collection, make it a standalone collection to represent the day, and any ones that I need for my other collections I can actually put in. This is what I have not got. It is a bit of a wreck, though. So it's a Roman Craft Australia. They would have seen a lot on paper, so they are tending to be. That's Luxembourg. They're tending to be UK. Most of these. I've not got that. This one I also want. So yeah, this is something at least. Christmas, Noel. Would that be Canada? Yeah. So keep that out as well. So what I'll do is we'll leave it at that for now. My view is, if you want value for money, I don't think I've got value for money here. But it's not just about that. It is about, maybe supporting the charity, maybe supporting someone who's trying to help the charity by passing on some of their stamps. So I ain't got a problem with that. I would never return there and say, this is pretty poor. We've also got this bag, which seems to be similar type value-wise stamps. I may be able to I will get something out of it. I think we can always make a sow's purse out of a pig's ear. Or do I make a pig's ear out of a sow's purse? Not quite sure. But I'll get something out of this. I will actually get the collection of the day. Like when I went down to Oswestry that time, and I bought some stamps, and I just loaded the stamps on paper onto a card, and therefore made a memorial of the day, almost. Does that make sense? Not sure. Anyway, that's what I paid. $2.49 for 2 sets of these. I suspect that none of the other stamps will be anything different to what we've seen here. So with 0 value in here, there'll be 0 value in there. So the value properly would be value to stamp collecting, value to that charity shop, value to the charity itself, and yeah. So I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting stuff. You know, if someone's gone through them and has decided to bag stuff up, he knows what he's putting in there. And to be fair, maybe he should have put 1 or 2 in there that may have bumped the price a bit. But I'm not going to... It may not be about that. It's not about trade, maybe, on this occasion. It's about charity. So I'm happy enough with that. Thanks for watching. We'll call it that for now. Have a great day. It's so hot out now. I nearly collapsed about 4 times. I had to have ice cream. I'll talk to you very, very soon. And until then, I'll see you later on.